Hey, welcome back. So in this video, we're going to learn WebBroker, and we have some sample applications for WebBroker and DataSnap. What is WebBroker? You can use WebBroker to create web server applications such as CGI applications or dynamic link libraries. And these web server applications can contain any non-visual component. CGI applications use more system resources on the server, so it is better to create complex applications as IS API or Apache DLL apps. When writing an application that potentially interacts with other platforms, you should select CGI standalone or Apache shared module for web server development. In a web broker, you can programmatically construct HTML or XML documents, and you can transfer to the client side. So now it's demo time. So we can start by creating a new project, Delphi projects, and we got this web broker and this web server application, and it creates a standalone web server application. So the DataSnap server, we got this DataSnap web broker application, and also we got web services and this SOAP server application. It all uses the web broker, but it adds some functionalities and some components to the service, and we can name it SOAP or DataSnap services. The web broker is a plain web server application that we can programmatically customly change all of the stuffs in this app. So click this, and I want to choose the only Windows, and we can choose the standalone GUI application or CGI standalone executable, and also we got a Apache dynamic link model. But I want to choose the standalone GUI application, so next, and only the VCL application, and we have to test this port. Okay, click the finish button. So here is the generated forms in a web module unit. We got this specific port for our web server, and applications events. We can see the code. Sure, it looks like the DataSnap, and we got this web module, but it's empty. We can only see the default handler action, and we got this response content. So it's simple HTML content. We got web server application, the head and the body, title. Okay, and we can see this project in options. As you can see, we got available forms, and this is not after starting module, the starting form for our web server, and we can just save it, and we can click this run button. So start this, open the browser. So this web server application is running on our machine, and this is the sample response from the server side. So stop. So in a web module, this web module can be a data module. That means we drag and drop some non-visual components. And here is the we got actions, and this action can be used for HTTP requests, and this responses any method, but you can change it simply the another types by selecting method type here. Now it responds any kind of method, and also you can include your pass info, and we got this on action event on this actions. So here is the code. It's the response content. It's a default handler action. So I'm going to drag one component. It's a page producer, and we can select. We got properties and HTML doc or HTML file. You can open your HTML file to this page producer, and it produces on your web servers. So select this HTML. Now I'm going to copy some HTML codes here on the code editor. So here is the template for this page producer. Okay, now we can close it. Yes, and we can select this actions and a default handler, and select this producer, page producer, and also we can open the events, and we have to clear this. Okay, now we can run this app. So here is our service that you can see. It's all of the documents generated by the page producer. So we can easily change some HTML contents by writing some simple codes. So select the page producer, and we got this on HTML tag, and if same text and text string, and we have to include our next tag. So first we have to go to the page producer, HTML doc, and we can come here and we can write some doc. For example, my name, and close it, page producer, event, and we got select my name, then replace text equals, for example, this one. And now we can run this. So here is the page made by WebDriver. So that's it. So now I'm going to show you some another sample applications. So here is another sample application. This is created using the DataSnap and a WebBroker, and we got this edit and a button. In the button, we can start this server container, transfer port, and the edit port text, and it starts the DS server. So we got server methods and server container. In the server container, we got DataSnap components. For example, DS server class, transport, proxy generator, and it's all the components connected to each other. For example, DS server. This is the DS server class, and server this DS server one. Here is it. We don't have any special code for it. We got only the generated default codes. In the server methods, we got fire tag components. For example, wait cursor for GUI and MySQL driver link. So this application connects to MySQL database in the localhost. So in the MySQL driver link, we have to show the libmysql DLL path to connect to the MySQL database, and the connection, query product, and the dataset provider. We got query product. This is connected to each other. And in the after connection, we got some connection parameters like driver ID is MySQL, database MySQL, username MySQL, server it's a localhost, and a port 3306. We can test it. Okay. So here is the PHP MyAdmin, and we got the MySQL database, and we got products table. In the products table, we got only the 2 columns, ID, product name, and 5 rows. It's about marketed products. All right. So click OK. In the query products, we have select start from products, and that's it. So here is the start code. Now we can run this server without debugging and start. So we can open the desktop client unit main, and as you can see, we got SQL connection, DataSnap provider connection, and data source, and T-client dataset. So there's no special code. So there's no code. We have to show the connected to true and provider connected true, and a SQL connection to this one, SQL connection 1, data source, and this is the dataset from the T-client dataset. If we check this active to true, connects to our MySQL database. It shows the data on the DB grid. So click it, and here is our data. We can start this and test it. This application connected to our MySQL database on the local host. This is the end of this tutorial. In the coming lesson, it will be more interesting because it's about REST development. So see you in the next video.